Welcome to my dining room. It looked a little different than this just a couple of weeks ago. This is a long time coming. I feel like I've been trying to redo this dining space since we moved in, since before we moved in. I've been looking for stuff online, thrifted. I think it was a year ago that we had already moved in and I was looking for a dining table. We went to the house because it was secondhand. I was trying to find something secondhand. I was this close to buying it, but the color was just way too gray, way too dark, and I just ended up saying no. And so I bought a dining table, but it took months to come in. It finally came in. It's been sitting up here for a couple months even. And then I tried to like figure it out, buy chairs. I didn't know what decor style I wanted to do. I don't know what my style is. I'm not very good at like interior decor or interior design. I found some antique shops. I found some really amazing pieces. So I thought I'd share with you what I found, put the rest of it together. I've got a couple of DIYs to try, make some really cool pottery looking vases. And then also, I don't know, I'm just trying to change a lot in here. Oh, the big artwork frame. So that will be exciting. A few things that are exciting. I have to put some chairs together. Alex is obviously gonna help me with a lot of that, and then putting the table together. I'm excited to see it in real life. Hopefully it's as good as it looks online. It was really, really pricey. And that's another thing for me. It's hard for me to buy like furniture. It just seems so final. Like the amount of money that I'm spending on this stuff, I better have it for the rest of my life. My style better not change. I wanted something classic, but also something that was, I don't know how to explain it. I just wanted something nice. I ended up landing on coastal grandma style. And I think we did a really good job. I found a lot of stuff at antique shops. And so we're just gonna put it all together today. / tomorrow. / it might take a week. But we're gonna start it today. I'm gonna put the chairs together, start to put the chairs together because I need the boxes. I just decluttered my closet. I need the boxes to like put all the crap into something. So I thought those would be fantastic. So I guess we'll do that. So a couple pieces I found. This is the artwork we're gonna put up, just kidding. I needed a large frame, found that at the thrift store for the perfect price because frames are so dang pricey when you buy them new, especially when you get bigger and bigger. I'm going to get rid of that. This is the table we're going to put together. This is the new hutch or china cabinet or whatever you want to call it. That's the new curio cabinet that I got. Well, new / old / it is unique, one of a kind. Found it at the antique shop, and apparently someone built it like with their own 2 hands. And then this is a couple of these doors are like some European old windows or something. I just fell in love with it. I thought the color was perfect. It's got like beat board back there. It's a whole vibe. So I'm excited about that. And then I found some other vintage pieces too. I fell in love with this painting or artwork, whatever it's called. That's antique, vintage, I don't really know. And I don't know, I thought that would make a good addition. I didn't buy this initially with the rest of the stuff, but then I couldn't stop thinking about it and it was just perfect. So maybe it's a little too kitschy with the water, lake, seaside, whatever it is, but I thought it was amazing. And then this is the antique bench that I found. I thought this was just perfect. It's like some old European wood. I don't really know, but I just thought it was like perfect. It fit this space a little bit. I didn't know what to put here, and it's just gonna be a little landing zone. And then I got rid of this chandelier. Wasn't the vibe. And this beauty, they were selling this like it was all set up in the store together, and I thought it was just so perfect. So I grabbed that. It was a pretty penny, but not much more than if I were to like get something from Home Depot, Lowe's, Wayfair, that kind of thing. And this is one of a kind, unique. And I just thought that's what I'm going for. I just want something different. And this fit the bill. Unique pieces. Oh my gosh, I love antique shopping. I have recently fallen in love with it only because you gotta find the right shops around. Anyway, before I start sharing with you, like putting together chairs and tables and all that good stuff, I thought I'd jump backwards. We got these things. Our neighbor helped us put up the chandelier, but here's the dining room before anything happened.
Hey, it's an exciting day. Got rid of the grandfather clock just now, and then the people coming for the table to pick up. So pumped, so excited. Free Facebook Marketplace. Please come to my house and gather all of my dining room accessories. I haven't posted that yet, but I need to. Posted that, no bites. Sad. But I also charged $50, so maybe I'll just bump it down to free. Maybe that's my problem. Well, I didn't get any footage of us bringing it out, but my goodness. Wow. Now I have to post this mirror. I think I'm gonna get rid of that too. Okay, who's pumped? Okay, bye. Someone's coming to pick this up right now. We just had to oh my gosh, rush to empty it. I had no idea that they were coming. You know, you never know Facebook Marketplace if people are gonna show up or not, but good riddance is all I can say. It's been a good time, but time to say goodbye.
Does anyone remember when I DIY'd that corner cabinet? It was like my dream. I searched for weeks, maybe months on Marketplace to try to find a corner cabinet like that for our old dining room because, you know what, it may have been the same size as this, but I needed something that fit in the corner. Anyway, that is gone, and I feel good about it. I asked the gal who picked it up, oh, are you going to redo it or whatever? She's like, no, I love it just the way it is, and it warmed my heart a little bit. So that was nice. And then same with the table. She's like, no, I'm just going to use it as it is, and I might just reupholster the seats. So always good to hear that, furniture isn't just going to waste, So we did end up getting rid of all of those things for free, including the grandfather clock, which was nice. I don't even think I shared with you the grandfather clock, but that went too. And I did end up getting another grandfather clock, but it saves floor space. It's up off of I'll talk about it later. It's up off of the floor, and it just feels so nice. So all good things happening in the dining room. It took probably a week to get all of this stuff, little bits at a time, all this stuff set up and together. So first and foremost were the chairs because I needed the boxes, and I actually looked, oh my gosh, the chair debacle. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you know it has been a journey. I'm like, what color chair should I get? What kind of chair should I get? I want them easy to clean. And I know some of you are like, wow, you got white chairs and you want them easy to clean. Wrong choice. Well, I know. I tried to look for wood tone, but I didn't want it too different from the table. And the table is like mango wood, I guess. So, the color of that is different depending on what kind of tree it comes from. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't want it to be two mismatched colors of wood. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just get dark chairs. And then I almost did. At the last minute, I ended up on white. Oh my gosh, it's just been such a struggle and such a first world problem for me to consume my energy and thoughts about, because on my Pinterest board, I'm like, okay, do I want moody? Do I want darker? Do I want blacker? Do I want coastal? Do I want light? Do I want airy? And all in all, I don't know if I made the right choice or wrong choice, but I will say I have black stairs, and those show every ounce of dirt on them, and I'm constantly cleaning them. I have white bar stools that, again, show all of the dirt. I am constantly cleaning them. So I just think anything with kids, you're going to have to constantly clean and wipe down. I picked wood that was easy for me to wipe down. So I think I made the right choice there. It does have those spindles in the back, so probably the wrong choice about that. But that was the best chair I could find. Hashtag no regrets, because when I tell you I spent months and months trying to figure out this dining room, at the end of it, I just thought, who cares? Who really cares? You know what I mean? Just make a choice. And so that's what I ended up doing. The table took probably 5 months to come in. It said 4, and then it got delayed and whatever. It's not like I was in a rush to do this, because then it sat in my dining room for an extra month. And the chandelier, I wanted it up 1 notch. I tried to do it myself, and that was a big no-go. So Alex came in there and just took it up 1 notch. I didn't want it to obstruct the view of the artwork that I was going to put on the hutch there in the back. So I think just 1 notch did the trick. It doesn't emit a lot of light, and I might change the light bulbs because they're very yellow, but our neighbor was like, oh, you don't want it too high because then you won't be able to see the food on the table. I was like, we don't eat before the sun goes down. Like the sun goes down at like 9 p.m. these days. And this dining room table, some people just have a dining room where it's more for looks, but we use ours at least 3 times a month, if not more. Sometimes if we have too many people over for dinner, we come in here, or we use both of the tables in our eat-in kitchen, whatever. So anyway, we're finally opening the table, and I wasn't sure what color it was going to be because it's hard to gauge online, like what color is this going to be? And I looked at all the review pictures, and there was one picture in particular that I fell in love with. I thought, this is it. But it was a lot lighter than this wood, than the color of this table. But, you know, and even seeing it on the camera, I don't know. It's probably the same. It's so hard to gauge real life versus like a picture. The lighting is always off a little bit. So in my eyes, this is a little more pinky, maybe even more yellowy than I was hoping for, but I think it's fine. Like, obviously it's fine. I don't think I'm going to return it. I may have even surpassed the return policy date. I don't know what the return policy is, but I got it off Wayfair. If you're one, well, did I Wayfair or Overstock? I think it was Wayfair. And there are a few tables that look like this on there. Some of them have the divots on the top, but I just wanted one clean line. So none of the food got in the crevices. And do you know what I mean? Like, we eat rice a lot. And if we've got divots in our dining room table, it's just going to be stuck and it's going to take me forever to clean. So I just wanted something that was one piece. This is an 84-inch table. We can't do anything bigger than that in this dining room because it is like a walk-through path and we need just a little bit of space. So 84 inches, I would have loved a bigger one, especially seating 8 chairs. I had to count in my head. Those two, oh, is there a lot to say about this? Okay, those 2 head of the table chairs, got those from Amazon. Also got the white chairs from Amazon as well. And this is just us testing out the table. We're like, how do we feel? And if you saw earlier, Alex and I were looking at a mark on the table. In the description, it said, you know, all of the wood is going to have distinct marks of their own. Obviously, it's like natural wood and all that good stuff. So this one in particular, I don't even think I got a close-up shot of it, but it had like darker marks, which is fine. I'll get over it. I am okay with imperfections. That's what it's all about. And I'll talk about the head of the chairs if I don't forget. But I'm taking down that clock, getting rid of that clock. Got it from Hobby Lobby. Thought it was like the best purchase. It was such a big purchase. That thing was like over $100. Okay, and that's with the 40% off coupon back when they had the 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. And anyway, got stuck taking this mirror down. The big old clock, sad to see that go, but also someone will benefit from that. I haven't posted it yet, but someone will come pick it up, I hope. And same with this mirror. We've had that mirror. We didn't even buy it. It was left in our previous house by the previous homeowners. And it has, I mean, I just thought, oh, this is such a lovely mirror. But I feel like the frame was too bulky and I just didn't want to keep it. I'm over it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get over things when you've had them for 10 years. So I'm moving on in my life. Okay, what am I opening? This is the rod for the curtain. This is the curtain rod. This took a while to come in too. A few different options I found on Amazon. I got the curtain rod off Amazon. I got the curtains off Amazon, and I measured the length of curtains that I needed. It was like 120-inch curtains. Oh my gosh. At first I thought, oh, 95-inch curtains will be fine. No, and then I went in there with a measuring tape. That's been my best friend for the past 5 months, measuring tape. And nope, I needed 120-inch curtains. And I was like, this is ridiculous. The amount of money we pay for curtains is dumb. But they are really nice curtains. And then that curtain rod too was a little bit on the pricey side, but it was a nice wood. I thought the table was going to be more this color wood, not even like a white wash. I don't know what I thought. Yeah, don't ask me. I don't know. But I'm testing to see like how tall do I need to hang the curtain rod? Where is it going to go? And I know I can't even reach. It's so dang high. Our ceilings are ridiculous. So I ended up bringing in a stool. But as you can see, the curtains, they're like a linen-y type of material. You can kind of see the light reflecting through them. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something light and airy, not something too heavy or thick. I also went back and forth, like, do I want a cream color or do I want a print? Do I want a color, a solid color? I thought for the longest time, I thought I would get like green or something bold, but then I ended up getting that hutch that I have, and it's kind of like blue-gray green. It's hard to tell even what color that is. So once I got the hutch, then I ordered the curtains, and this cream linen-y color seemed to work the best. And I was knocking on the wall to try to find like where this stud was. I didn't know Alex had a stud finder. It might even be our neighbors, but we had it in our garage, and we're using the stud finder now. Do I have it? No, I think I'm just knocking still. And lo and behold, I found the stud without the stud finder. So I'm just saying, good enough. And then I was trying to measure like how far apart do I need to hang the curtain rod to make sure that there's enough room for the curtains, because I don't want it overlapping the window. I guess that's how you're supposed to make a room look bigger, is you hang the curtains as high up to the ceiling as you can. And for us, we have that like window, what is that called? A dormer? It's not a dormer. Some kind of window on top of a window. And so I couldn't hang it any lower anyway. I mean, I could, but it would just look weird. So I hung it as high as I could. And then I hung it as far enough out where the curtains would hang, but not over the window. They would hang on the wall. And since there's nothing on these walls anyway, it would just add texture to the room. And can you tell I've been watching HGTV on vacation? So anyway, that's what I ended up doing. Grabbed a drill, and I couldn't get this one in because the one that I just did, I was like, oh, that was easy. And Alex is like, I bet you there's no stud there. But I didn't even put a drywall thing in. I thought, well, we're just hanging curtains. It's not even that heavy. I think it'll be fine. And lo and behold, it is fine. But he had to drill it into the stud because I couldn't get the leverage. I think I was just too short. I couldn't get to it. Anyway, so hanging these curtains onto this curtain rod and just, throwing it up there. I don't even think we put a middle post on there. This curtain rod came with 2 extra posts so it doesn't bow in the middle. But we thought, well, we can't put one in the middle because it curves too much. We would have to add 2 more, and we just didn't feel like it. Laziness, I guess. And so we didn't do it. And you can kind of see that light reflecting through the curtain now. Just nice and light. It's not a blackout curtain. I want as much light as I can get everywhere. I love natural light. I think it's just so beautiful. And plus it's a dining room. Like, who wants to eat in the dark? I don't know. Not me. I like light everything. Alex likes dark everything, which is just whatever. Our old dining room was very dark, and now it's my turn. Okay. So, okay. This is the grandfather clock that I got. It's a wall grandfather clock. And I searched high and low for one of these, and it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. But, it also doesn't ding like it dings on the hour. But it doesn't do the whole ding per hour. Does that make sense? Like, if it's 6 o'clock, it doesn't ding 6 times. It only dings once. And so I have a bone to pick. I'm going to try to leave a review if I can remember. I probably won't. But here's my review. I don't like it. I like the look of it. Here's the thing. My Oma, my grandmother, has a wall grandfather clock, and it is absolutely stunning. Oh my God, I don't know where she got it. I'm sure it's some kind of antique. I'm sure it's from Germany. I'm sure it's just cost her an arm and a leg, whatever. This one was pretty affordable in terms of grandfather clocks. By the way, if you're trying to set a clock, always go clockwise, which you would think would make sense, but I don't know. You know what I mean? If it's like 11, you kind of want to go backwards because it's the quickest way to get there, but anyway, I was happy that it started working. And this one, you don't have to wind. You just kind of pull on the levers. And I'm excited about it. I think it looks good. I got it. I wasn't sure what color to get. They only had 3 colors, like a gold, black, and white. Maybe white. I don't remember. I got black. Maybe that was the wrong choice, but I ordered it. It was like one of the first things I ordered because I really liked it. That coral that I found, oh my gosh, isn't that stunning? Like, what? And then I'm trying to finagle all of this stuff and try to figure out how to decorate. And it's just, if you can't tell, I'm having a hard time because I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. I don't typically have a lot of knickknacks, a lot of tchotchkes, okay? And when I do, it just doesn't always make sense. So I'm just doing my best over there. And then I gave up. I was like, oh, I'll come back to this. So the floors needed a cleaning. So I vacuumed really quick and just tried to pick up all of the dirt that was all over the place from a couple of things. One, obviously, from doing the chairs, opening all those boxes with all that styrofoam, all that packaging. And then, well, Wolfgang gets into one of my faux plants, has that like faux green grass. I don't even know what it's called. Mesh. It's not mesh. It's moss. That green moss gets everywhere. So needless to say, I got rid of that plant as well. It's just, no, if it's not functioning with kids in my house, I got a lot of kids. So I need it to be durable. I needed to not make a mess every time they touch it. And those are basically my two qualifications for furniture or decor pieces. And so I got rid of the plant and, you know, whatever. I'm happy about it. He's probably doesn't even care. So far, this is how I've decorated this cabinet, but I went back 100 more times to try to finagle some stuff around. I found these really amazing, super kitschy bookends. It turns out they're Jim Shore. I found them at one of the antique shops that I go to. It's called Oh Whatever. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, there's 3 right next to each other. 2 of them are owned by the same people, Oh Whatever and Freaking Fab. And then there is another one that's my favorite. It's called Summer House Marketplace, but they're all right next to each other. Like you can walk to them. You have to park at one of them. It's amazing. So if you're local, check them out. I think they're incredible. They always, oh my gosh, follow them on Instagram too, because well, maybe don't, because I see all the new stuff that they have and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go there right now. Speaking of, and maybe I'll talk about it later, but there's a piece that I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect for my dining room. Anyway, I just threw some of our summer-ish Shutterfly books. Those are like my scrapbooks. I threw them in here. I thought they would be the perfect place to display them. That's probably a quarter of the scrapbooks that I own, and I love scrapbooking, so I always love to display them. Okay, I'm moving on to this DIY piece. Remember when I thrifted this picture frame? This is actually a painting. It's like an actual canvas with someone who painted it. Looks fantastic. Not really the vibe I'm going for, but it was the perfect size that I needed, and it was like $7 for that frame. If you know anything about artwork, you know that frames are crazy expensive. So are canvases. So getting both of these things for $7 is like blowing my mind. It's amazing. So I ended up just trying to get this canvas out of the frame. First of all, I almost gave up. I was really questioning my life choices. You'll see in a second. I didn't cut it out. I mean, you'll see the struggle. And I was like, how hard can this be? Just grab a couple of nails. It'll be fine. No, it made me really struggle. Anyway, so for the print that I got for my dining room, I found this gal on I almost said TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I have Instagram, and she shared how she printed out this really big print. So first I was about to order a print off of Etsy where it's like an instant download where it's someone's artwork, and I just love that, right? So I tried to order, I think XO McKenna's mom has artwork, but it was all moody and darker, and I thought, you know what? I'm not sure if that's the right vibe that I'm going for. So I ended up searching around. It also took me forever and a year to pick out the artwork, and then at the end of it, I just thought, okay, let me have my kids just pick a piece. I picked out my top 4 and then had my kids pick one of those. And really, I had like a top 12. So I'm very fickle. So anyway, I found so many on Etsy that I loved, and then they were in my cart for so long. Like I went back to order them, and it would say like, this shop is no longer in business, or this shop is taking a break or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, how can you take a break on digital downloads? Just let me download it, dude. Anyway, so I couldn't download some of my favorites, but I think it worked out. I could always change it out because it was a very affordable way to get artwork. So I really like that. There were a lot of antique artwork pieces that I fell in love with, but the price tag, oh my gosh, I'm like scratching my head right now, you guys. $599 is the most recent one that I found that I thought, oh, that's perfect. That would be amazing. I love it. No, not for $600. I'm sorry. Even $400. Some of them are $350. I'm like, do you have a loan department in here? You know what I mean? Anyway, they're beautiful, and I do want to support local artists. However, money. You know what I mean? I'm going to do my best. That antique one up there, I did get, hey, I got a piece of real artwork. So anyway, I'm going to keep my eye out thrift stores, and I'll keep my eye out at the antique stores too. And then some of them I see, I'm like, Eleanor could make this for me, or I can make this for me. Oh, this is my meltdown moment. This is me questioning my life choices. This is me giving up on life. And then I realized I don't give up. I keep going. I persevere. Just do it, in my head. That's what I tell myself. You don't have time for this. You don't have time to sulk. You don't have time to question. Just do it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And I don't know, that might be a character flaw that I have. But Alex got this nail out for me. I said, the freaking frame is broken. What the heck? After all this work, then the frame is broken. But don't worry, it gave me a lot of trouble. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning of our troubles. Alex came in here because my fingers hurt, so I needed his help just to get that one out. He's like, you just want me to pull a piece of wood? And I said, yes, I just don't have the strength. And then there were 3 nails in the back of that, and I just freaking yanked them the heck out and moved out to outside. I moved on with my life. I was like, if this breaks the frame, it's like, what am I losing? $7? I'll just go try to find another one, I guess. I don't know. But I yanked it off, and it was all good in the hood. And then what am I doing to this frame? I am doing a very similar thing to what I did if you watched my living room makeover, where I had that chest and I painted it, except for I'm not using chalk paint on the frame. I thought that would just take way too long. I bought white spray paint, and I'm just spray painting the frame white. It's like my base coat. This wood is like so red and dark, right? Not my vibe. Not this time. And then I got some glaze. Sad story about the glaze. Let me share something. I had a little accident with the glaze. Thankfully, this was very easy to clean up, but I didn't put the lid on tight enough, and I was shaking it up, and then I opened it to make sure, and then I was trying to get some stuff. It's a whole story. It's a short story long. I made a huge dang mess. It was so hot outside. Oh my gosh, it's so humid. 200 degrees. Humidity is about 5,000. That's on a scale of 1 to 100. The humidity was at a 5,000. Okay, this summer is just, whatever. It's Florida, and that's what we choose. So back to this. I'm painting this glaze. It's just so fantastic. It makes it kind of look like wood, if you will. The streaks of the paintbrush kind of give it like that wood grain effect. I'm sure you can wipe it down if you want it a little lighter, whatever, but I think this came out perfect for what I was looking for. It's easy, and that's what I'm all about. I am not a DIYer, if you can't tell. This is me literally melting. I said I'm dying. I'm melting out here, maybe 5 minutes painting this on, like not long at all, dripping in sweat. But that's the life I live. This is me inside. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe. And listen, my phone just laying out there for 5 minutes. Temperature, iPhone needs to cool down before you can use it. Like, seriously? It was in the sun for 2 seconds. I can relate. I need to cool down before I can use me. Okay, so this is the print that we landed on. I downloaded it from like the National Gallery of Art, and I'll try to link the website below. They have an array of artwork for you to download for free. On Etsy, you pay for them. On the National Gallery of Art, it's free, and this just ended up being, the print that my kids chose. I had several to pick from, but they have so many options on the, National Museum Gallery of Art. Obviously, they have like thousands of photos on there, and prints or paintings. They have all kinds of stuff, right? So that's what we landed on. I forgot what it's called. I thought it was pretty. The blue tones, it's giving a little earthy vibes in there with the forest. It's not a forest. Oh, is it the seaside? There's a little sailboat in there. And I just thought, okay. It's not like in your face lake, but it's kind of like, oh, that's okay. I don't think it's going to be a conversation piece where people say, oh, wow, that's beautiful. I almost printed out a Monet, and then I decided against it. I'm over it. Anyway, I just hot glued it down because I didn't know what else to do. I got my old crusty hot glue gun out and I just hot glued it to the canvas, and that was good enough for me. And then to tackle this broken frame, oh gosh, I thought, Alex, do we have a staple gun? Sure enough, we did. What? How do we have a staple gun? Anyway, I thought I knew how to use a staple gun. Turns out it didn't work. It wasn't working. You press it down, you pull the trigger. What? The staples weren't coming out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought, are there staples in here? Yep, there were. I just did my best here. A couple of them came out, but then this side was a little wonky. Oh my gosh, it was just a huge mess. I kept trying, try as I may. When I tell you I wanted to give up on this frame 100 times, like, I'm not joking. I just kept saying, I'm not a DIYer. Why am I wasting my time doing this? I just dropped the mic. Okay, and then I decided, well, the staple gun's not working. Let me use a nail. And if this isn't a representation of me holding my life together, I don't know what is. Why weren't the staples going in? Why wasn't the nail? I couldn't even get the nail to go in. I gave up. I said, you know what? I think it's kind of holding together, and that's good enough for me. And that's how I live my life. So I figured if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for the frame. I don't know what happened here that was causing this mental breakdown, but something happened. Maybe it wasn't fitting or something. Oh, and then, okay, well, this is the only good thing, / I didn't have the screws for this, but we ended up finding some that kind of fit in the garage. But this is, you can find these, they're like little, I don't know what they're actually called, S-hooks or something, frame hooks, canvas frame hooks. I get them at Michael's. You'll find them there if you're looking for them. They come in different sizes, so look out for that. I don't think those were the right sizes, but we got those on. Alex and I did. Alex used the drill and just put them on. I think I was tending to the baby. And this is the final product. This is the main reveal. Me trying to get out on the wall even. It was a struggle. I just wanted to burn it. At the end of the day, I thought, you know what? I'd rather spend $600 on a painting at this point. But I think it looks okay. What do you think? Even with all of the, like, what's it called when something isn't perfect? Imperfections, even with all the, it's crooked, first of all. Like, don't even, just leave me alone at this point. Leave me alone. I did my best. There it is. Also, if you're looking for the perfect spot to hang anything, artwork, the middle of it is supposed to be 60 inches from the ground. So in a minute I measure and you'll see that it's probably 5 inches off. So I might lower it 5 inches, but Alex thinks it's perfect because it is out of the reach of kids' hands. So I'll show you where the 60 is on the measuring tape, and like the middle of it should be 60 inches, and that's where it is right now. So I'm trying to measure, like, how many more inches do I have? I think even just lowering it a few inches, because artwork is supposed to be eye level, and Alex is walking by and he's like, oh, it's eye level for me. Yeah, but he's 6'2" and I'm not. So I don't know if it kind of looks awkward if it's too high or whatnot, but that's where it is right now, and I was over it. I'm showing you all of the details, all of the perfect, I was like, it's not even attached to it. Everything's just floating in abyss. And then it's not even like there. Alex said, well, that's where we can kind of hide our stocks and bonds. Just put them right in there. Like a mystery hole in the wall kind of thing. So anyway, I thought that was funny. And I was ready to move on to the next DIY. I almost didn't do this one, but then I thought, you know what, why not? We've come this far. So this is the vase that I got from the thrift store. It was $10. The other one I got was only $3, but I couldn't find it. And then it was holding all the toothbrushes. It's in my bathroom. But anyway, I did the same thing. Well, no, I didn't do the same thing with this one. I did spray paint it white. I'm going to try to make this one look like pottery. You've seen the people do it all over YouTubes. They use baking soda and paint, and they paint it on their vase. They get vases from the thrift store or something they have around the house, and then it looks like pottery. It's amazing. Except for I don't have paint. And I found this really cool spray paint, and it's supposed to look like a spackle, kind of. I don't know if that's the right term to use. I'll show it in a second here, but it is Rust-Oleum, and the color was multicolor, but they had different colors, and I wasn't sure if this, like, the picture is way darker than what it came out of the can. So whatever, I tested it here just to see how light it was. And I was like, oh, that's stone. That's perfect, what I'm looking for. So I started spraying it, and the reviews on this stuff is like, oh my gosh, you need 500 coats. Well, I think the trick is to coat it in white first, or maybe even beige if you have it. Oh, my camera died when I was spraying it. But anyway, if you have it, spray it with a base coat, and then, yeah, it won't use the whole can. I think this is lovely, so let me show you around all of it. I have waited forever and 2 days for this package to arrive. I ordered it from Kirkland's. I need a knife, hold on. This is one of the first pieces I ordered, and I may have some regrets. I don't know, I like it. I hope I love it. It might be like too kitschy, too much. I don't know, you tell me what you think. It's huge. I don't know if I'll be able to get out of the box with one hand. There we go. It's upside down. You like it? Can you see it? I thought for this wall, I need something large and in charge. Ooh, I feel like I like the colors. I don't know. I like it. I guess I'll just hang it up and we'll see. And I'll tell you why. Oh, look at that next to the front door. I think I love it. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm gonna hang this up with a thumbtack. I feel like this is the perfect finishing piece. All right, here we go, moment of truth. Well, this is way too low and it's crooked, so I'm gonna do this 60-inch rule. Okay, the middle should be here. Where is the middle? Maybe just a couple inches up. Here, you wanna play with this? Oh, it's so cool. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, it kind of works out because I scraped my wall all up trying to hang it, so I'm gonna do here. Perfect, perfect. Is that a little better? Better? What are our feelings on this? I think it really looks great with that front door. Here's what I'm thinking. When I'm over here getting water, here's my view of the dining room. Right? Oh, I think that's stunning. I actually love it. I don't know if it's too much with artwork on that wall, and then artwork on this wall, and then artwork over here. But it's not like you can see it all at the same time. I feel like I really like that, and I really love this chandelier. This dining room really came together, and he's just having fun on the box, and that's the best toy of all, isn't it? Okay, so I guess I'll give you a tour of the dining room. I might do this when I have better lighting, but you know what? No better time like the present. So here is the after. Oh, I love the pieces. I really wanted to go to the antique store today, but it's like, oh, I have kids and a life, and I can't just go antique shopping every day as much as I would love to. But that piece is such a stunner. And even this crappy DIY, that is, it looks crooked on camera. It's just me holding the camera crooked. I think. But that's a showstopper too. I love it, and from far away you can't really tell, like, oh, is that DIY? Is that falling apart? If you don't look close enough. Also, this corner, I had that crappy plant there, and the antique shop that I like has this little like floor vase, I guess. It's wicker and it just looks amazing. And I think it'll be the perfect spot there. Here's the picture, if you can tell what it looks like by like the half picture of it. I showed Alex and he's like, I don't know what it looks like. Like, you can't use your imagination. Can't you tell? Okay, now this piece over here looks way more green gray in my house versus what it looked like at the antique store. But I think too it has to do with lighting, because like when I come up close it kind of looks different. It's just a very interesting color. And then from this way where the sun is behind me, like, doesn't that look way more blue? I don't know, it's all kinds of crazy, but it does have lots of gray notes in it. But this is how I decorated this piece. I don't know, you guys. That vase, that stone vase, can we just laugh together how miserable it turned out? I didn't know where to put it. I didn't want the kids to break it, so I just threw it up there. I am in love with this antique painting photo. I don't know, it has the non-reflective glass in it, so I don't know if it's like a print of a painting. I don't really know anything about anything, but I really love it. That's all I know about it. And then someone made this for me and I just love it. It says, a heart full of gratitude has room for nothing else. And it's so perfect.
Eleanor, that's a quote from Eleanor. Yes, she is so wise beyond her years. When I got that, I asked Eleanor, do you remember saying this? And she did not remember. I was like, you did. But anyway, I love that. I found the frame from TJ Maxx. I thought it was fitting. It's good enough. And then down here, some seashells that we gathered. I bought some from the thrift store, but then some of them we've also gathered from the beach. Wolfgang is nursing. And then this beauty that I got from, again, the antique store. I've been loving that place. It is coral. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievably beautiful. It's been like 2 days since I filmed. I think that's the last thing I showed you. Ooh, ah, amazing. And then these shells. Ooh, wow. Are you kidding me? More amazing shells. We got it from the beach. Okay, inside these cabinets, listen, I don't know how to decorate anything, but I tried to shove, the only thing that was in my other cabinet that I use is like a cake plate, and it wouldn't fit in here, but my cauldron fit, so that was a win. Oh yeah, and then the goblets from my wedding. I don't know, what do you guys do with stuff like that? I'm not very sentimental. And then I had these two things, I just threw those in there. And then like a picture we recently took at the beach. And then we went to the beach for someone's birthday party not too long ago. I shared that on my Instagram, but these are just some beloved pieces we picked out. Don't worry, we only take the dead sand dollars from the beach if they're white. That's how you know that they are no longer alive. Oh, and check it. The kids went to the sandbar, well, we always do, but they found this. Isn't that humongous and awesome? Then I had another one of those and whatever. Okay, and then the curtains, aren't they lovely? Yes, they go ceiling to floor. Yeah, balloons are everywhere. It's like, that's my life. Ceiling to floor, I should have thrown them in the dryer, but I didn't think about it, and you can't really tell that they're wrinkled from far away. You know, we're thinking on this cuckoo clock. Oh, did I tell you it doesn't ding like I thought it would? It's not as magical to the ear as I thought it would be. I also need to pull the chain a little bit, but it's okay. It's also a lot smaller than I thought it would be. This picture, did I show you this picture? Ooh, ah, wow. It's basically broken, but kind of hanging on, and that's my life. This bench is the real star of the show. It is, oh gosh, I keep running into stuff. It is probably one of my favorite pieces. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, I like old stuff, you know? And I really like it. I don't know why, I love it. When people come in, they're like, what is this? It just is, okay? Leave it alone. And then the painting is really growing on me, mostly because of this view that I have when I'm back here. Isn't that just stunning? Oh gosh, it makes me so happy. I actually love it. Wasn't sure if I was gonna love the colors, but with my front door right there, I think I love them. Okay, the dining room table, love. You know, I kind of don't even want to talk about the chairs because I know so many people are going to be like, why? Only cloth on the two, like the head of the tables, just for comfort. I'm sure these won't last forever, but I didn't pay like a crazy price tag for them either. So for what it is, it's fine, it's functional, it works, and I'm not going to be too crazy about it. Same with these chairs, like just easy to wipe down. And if anything else, if these spindles get really dirty, I'll just take them outside and hose them down, because that's how much I care about them. The chandelier, honestly, is my favorite part. It's just so unique and beautiful, and I don't know, I've never seen anything like it. You know what, I feel like maybe, I don't know. I really like it nonetheless, and I don't know, do you like it? I think it's cool. I think it ties in with the theme of the room. That's all I can say about that. I'm gonna turn the light off. It's dusk over here. So there, can you get a good view on it? I don't know, I think it's awesome. I might change out the bulbs for more of a white light. This is a yellow light, but I kind of like the yellow light too, especially when all the light, when it's dark in the house and I realize, oh, I forgot this light on. I don't know, I like it, I love it. I want some more of it. I want to go back to the antique store and furnish the rest of my house. But here she is, all put together. I don't know how to give you like a proper view of, okay, here we go, that's working for me, kind of. You can't see the table, and I need a wide lens. It's good enough, right? Can you tell? That's good enough. And then there it is with the light on. Ooh, mood. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me while I redid my dining room and spent way too much time thinking about all the dumb details that didn't matter. All right, Meredith is vying for my attention. I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.